Hi everyone. Hope that this message finds you well.
Hope this message
Wanted to
finds you
share
well.
a topic
As the
that
pandemic
certainly
slowly comes
everyone
to
thinks
an
about
end,
at some point in their life.
certainly we thank the Almighty for
And
allowing
that
us
is
to get to this point
how to become
of
great.
togetherness.
How to be great.
And we still
The
have a
person
ways
already
to
thinks
go.
that they're great,
There are still many in the world
then they won't
who
ask
are
themselves
suffering
the
greatly.
question. So
One
firstly, a
specific
person
that I'll
has to
share with
realize
you
that
is
there's
that
room for
the
growth.
OU,
There's
the
a story about
Orthodox
the
Union,
Chavetz
is
Chaim,
doing
Rabbi
a
Yisrael Meir
campaign on
Kagan of
behalf
blessed memory.
of the victims of the
He
coronavirus
is being driven
in India.
in a
You can find more
horse and
information
buggy
about that on their website.
in Poland.
But we want to encourage everyone.
The driver
Feel
says to
comfortable
him,
to come
"Where are you
and join
from?"
us
He
in the
says,
sanctuary that
"I'm
you
from
see
an
behind me.
area."
Certainly
We're talking
when
about the
we
greatest
have
rabbi in the world. He
outside,
says, "I'm from
try to make
an
sure
area
that we come together once
outside of
again
Vilna,
as a
small town."
congregation.
He says, where are you from?"
This spot,
He says, I'm
this
from a village
YouTube
called
video,
Rodden.
virtual opportunity will continue.
And he says, Rodden,
we will try to
wow,
connect and
do you
find
know
multiple connection points
this great rabbi who lives there?
for those who
Rabbi
are not yet
Yisrael
coming in
Meir
person,
Kagan,
but for
known as
all
the Chavetz Chaim. Do you know this
who want
individual?
to connect on this
Didn't know
platform
who the Chavetz Chaim,
about
what
brotherhood.
the Chavetz Chaim looked like.
If
And
the
the Chavetz
person
Chaim
looks in
answered,
Psalm
say,
133,
yeah, he's
Shir
okay.
Hamalos
He's okay.
LeDavid,
I'm
Hinei
paraphrasing.
Matov,
That's essentially how the
Umanayim
conversation
Shevas
went. And
Achim
the
Gam
driver was
Yachad.
incensed.
What kind of
Driver,
brotherhood?
proud Jewish man.
People might be familiar with the
How
song.
could this
What
person
kind of
not speak
sibling
in more glowing terms about
is exemplary?
the greatest rabbi
What kind
in
of
the world? How's that
solidarity
possible?
and
And
oneness
the whole
and
ride,
unity
the whole
is
ride,
being
he's
praised
just growing
here
in his anger.
as good
And
pleasant.
they get to their
The
destination,
Medrash tells us
and all of a sudden, the
that
people
indeed
in the
when
town,
we
there's a big
invoke
commotion.
brotherhood,
They come
we
to
are
the Chavetz
somewhat
Chaim,
taken aback.
and they ask him
Because
for a
if
blessing.
we look at
All of a
brothers,
sudden, it
we
dawns
start with
on
Kain
the
and
driver,
Hevel.
my goodness, I didn't realize that
Focus
this
on that
is the
brotherhood.
Chavetz Chaim.
That didn't go so well.
And he asks him for
And
forgiveness
we
for not
focus
showing him the
on
right respect.
the rivalry, the
And
tension,
the Chavetz Chaim
the
says,
violence
you know,
of
what are you
brotherhood.
talking
What
about?
kind of brotherhood
And
are we talking about?
no forgiveness is
Medrash tells
necessary.
us
And
that
no apology is necessary.
Cain kills Hevel,
And when we
and
analyze this story,
Ishmael had a certain
we think to
hatred, a
ourselves
disdain,
that, well,
strong
maybe he had to be
disliking,
truthful.
that
But
even that could
perhaps
be
we could
violence as
suggest
well.
that Rabbi
Yishmael
Kagan
against his
was
brother
being
Yitzchak.
truthful in his mind's
And the
eye.
Medrash tells us,
where
of course,
did
that
he get
Yaakov
this
and
from? What
Esav quite
strength? How did this
famously
develop?
had a very
And if we
difficult
look
time
at
together.
Moshe
Yaakov had to
Rabbeinu,
run away,
considered to
protect his
be the
life.
greatest
See,
prophet
the
that ever was,
brothers,
ever will be,
12
in a sense, the
tribes,
greatest Jew
that which constituted the Jewish
And
people
Moshe
as
is
a whole,
referred
these
to
12 tribes.
as the
Very humble, difficult
as the
beginnings.
most humble,
As the brothers sold
the most
Yosef
humble Jew
down
that
the
ever
river,
lived. So is
down-
there a connection between being
down the
the greatest
highway,
Jew and the most humble Jew? And
Egypt.
the Torah is explicit about this.
So the Medrash tells
Moshe
us,
is
do you know what the
greatest, most humble person of
model
all
is for us
humanity?
when we're saying
And
these
then,
words?
when it
Shevet
says this,
Achim, it says Gam
in
Yachad.
chapter 12, verse 3,
What we have in mind
in Bamidbar, it says Al Pnei
is
Ha'adama.
indeed Moshe and Aaron.
And it's the
Why is
Chavetz
that the
Chaim
case?
who
Shahayu
gave a
Ohavim
commentary
Mechavim Zed
on these
They loved
words,
each other,
Al
was
Pnei
they were
Ha'adama,
precious to one another.
which means on the ground.
Time that Moshe
Moshe was grounded.
was the chief,
He
and
was
at the time that
humble,
Aaron had the
and
priesthood.
the Torah tells
They
us
didn't hate each
there's
other.
a double meaning there. He's
They
the
were
most
happy
humble of
for
all
each
people
other.
across the earth. The
They were
surface of the
happy
earth.
at the
Across
grandeur, the
the ground.
greatness of each other.
But he was grounded.
There was no
Chavetz
jealousy.
Chaim explains that
Oftentimes, you and I,
how could Moshe maintain this
we look
humility?
at someone
Where did he
else
get that
and there's
strength
some
from?
envy.
He saved the Jewish people.
There's some
He spoke to God
certain
directly.
longing
How did
to
he
have a
maintain
life
this
similar
level of
to this
humility?
individual or that individual.
Remember, what we
But if
suggested
see
is that
the Jewish
humility
people
is
are
tied
one, that we're
to
all brothers and sisters,
being
we're all one
growth-oriented.
family, that when someone else gains,
And
we gain.
Chavetz Chaim says
We have the
because
perspective of
it's
Moshe
about
and Aaron
the reference point.
live not
It's
just
about an
happier
individual's
lives,
reference
more
point.
moral lives,
We go up
more supportive lives
and
of one another.
we see that Moshe's on
And
top of
so
the
when
mountain.
Hashem
But
tells
Moshe is there.
Moshe
Moshe's in the
to
heavens.
go ahead and represent
His
the
reference
Jewish
point is the
people.
heavens.
Go to
Whoever
Paro,
I am,
be the ambassador.
It's
I've
not.
tapped
It's not
you in a
perfection.
sense to
Not
be
only
this
that,
ambassador,
Moshe's reference point
to
of
be our representative.
seeing, in a sense, and being
So,
there to encounter
Moshe,
the divine spirit,
he
so to
didn't
speak.
want to
So his reference
be
point is
ahead
different.
of the
And
other of
Moshe,
his brother.
There's so much more I could
But
do. There's so much more I have
Hashem
to
tells
do.
him, no,
Look at the
your
world.
brother
Look what's
Aaron,
around me.
he
Look who I can
understands
become.
He is above
So
average.
Moshe had no
He
trouble in a certain
developing
sense,
his humility,
able to control
because
his emotions
perspective is
and think about
based
it
on that
rationally.
experience that he had
Moshe's
with the
being
Almighty
promoted
and seeing everything
doesn't
how it
demote
really
me.
ought to be.
That isn't the conclusion
and
to
having
have.
that vision,
Rather,
and having
when Moshe
that
is told that
mentality,
he's going to
And
represent
so,
the Jewish people, Aaron is genuinely
we
happy
need to, all of
for
us
Moshe.
need to
He knows it's
figure
what's
out how to
right.
grow.
He knows
The
it's
purpose
part
of
of
life. We
Hashem's
have to grow
plan.
into better,
He
more
knows that
perfected
doesn't diminish
human
him at
beings
all.
as
The
much as we
contrary,
can.
it
To
lifts him
achieve
up.
greatness, we should all try to strive in our
So
own
just
way
a message
to
to
achieve
share with
greatness. So
everyone
how do we do that?
as we come
see
together once again as a
what's
community.
been
What
passed
is the
down from
congregation?
generation
What is
to
a community?
generation.
What is
We
a
see
nation?
Moshe Rabbeinu, we see the Chavetz
It's
Chaim.
that we are
Realize
all
that
connected.
humility
We were
can
all
be
very
had.
connected.
Humility is the key
So much more to say
ingredient
about
towards
that in light of
greatness, and we
the
can
last
develop our
12
humility
months.
by
this
using our
connection,
mind to
as we think
manipulate
about this
in a good
measure,
way
and
what
we
our
s-
reference
we
point
say to
actually
ourselves,
is.
what
And if
kind
we
of
can develop our
relationships, what
we
kind
can
of
have
brotherhood do we want?
a
What kind of
greater sense
sisterhood
of
do we want?
solidarity, of brotherhood.
So we
People are
think of
more
Moshe and
worthy of being
Aaron.
connected to
We
us.
think of being
We are
happy
more
for
worthy
one
of being
another,
connected to other
genuinely
people. We
pleased
can
for one
strive for
another,
greatness.
taking
We can
joy from
recognize
one
that our
another's
Creator
accomplishments,
has
and
a
realizing
formula to
that
become
the
a greater, more
successes
actualized
of
human
the next
being.
individual,
And with these
something which is
instructions,
benefits
can
me,
achieve
something
a
certainly not
greatness
to be
that all of
jealous
us
of,
individually and collectively,
something to work on.
collectively be more
terms
proud
of
of.
being
Thank you, and have a
happy
great
for that
Shabbos.
individual, happy for that family. These are ideas, these are thoughts that can make our lives better, make our lives stronger, focus on the good, to focus on the positive, and to, in a sense, lift ourselves up emotionally.